Speed comparison between both these phones. The iPhone 15 Pro has that Apple A17 Pro chip inside of it with 8 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 12 has that Apple A14 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go see which one's the faster phone between both. Okay, let's get into it. All the apps are clear in the background. Let's get into App Stores. 3, 2, 1. Now this is not going to be that fast, but you can see even here, like that was already kind of a big difference. Scrolling through, let's see if there's any big differences, and you can definitely tell there's a difference between the iPhone 12 Pro 60Hz panel and the 120Hz panel on the iPhone 15 Pro. Hopping out of these two, we do have some third-party apps that we can test out. So let's get into those. We have Netflix, which I don't even think I have here. We have Thank You. Let's jump around 2, 3, 2, 1. Now with this type of game, hopefully it works out well. Sometimes you may get into a pop-up where it's not going to work that well, so we're just going to see. And both handled pretty well right here, so that in and of itself was very interesting. And you can see again, basically the iPhone 15 Pro. Dude, it was slightly faster, but it really wasn't that big of a difference. Like, it was still actually very, very close between them two, which is actually pretty crazy. You expect both these phones to be like, very different, but that was actually very interesting. It was like roughly around the same thing. Subway Surfers, 3, 2, 1. Now this game as well, I mean, it's going to be a very, very easy game to kind of understand. Now I want to click on download update, and I want to see, even just getting into this was faster on the 15 Pro, but clicking on update, let's see which one is faster. So I had to click it twice here. They're both connected to the same exact Wi-Fi. They both theoretically should take kind of around the same time, but I will say this one took a little bit of extra time because I had to click update twice. With the iPhone 15 Pro, you can see it did end up getting faster, but it was, and this one did kind of glitch up a little bit again and had to like kind of reinstall it. I'm not too sure why that kind of stuff ends up happening. I could try stopping it and reinstalling it and see what ends up happening, but that was in and of itself another very, very weird thing. So now I guess we can go back into it, try loading them back up again, and try getting into the game. So I think for the most part, the iPhone 15 Pro theoretically would have been faster for the most part. Getting into the actual game itself once again, because if there's any big differences, the 12 Pro is actually glitching up a little bit. I did kind of notice in the beginning with, but for now it kind of caught up and it actually ended up doing a little bit better. But I would probably tell you the iPhone 15 Pro would have probably been the faster one there as well, just kind of when it comes down to it. Now I'm trying to see what other games they basically have that are similar, but it's going to be very different because they're, the one's my personal device, the other one is not. But I would tell you for the most part, if you're going through and using one of these devices, you're going to be getting the overall faster one on the iPhone 15 Pro than the iPhone 12 Pro. There's still a lot of overlap here for the most part, but I'm actually pretty surprised how good of a job the iPhone 12 Pro is doing. And I will tell you for the most part, if you're going one phone to the other, you're probably going to be getting a faster phone on the iPhone 15 Pro, but the 12 Pro is still doing actually very, very decently for how old that phone is. In terms of the camera side, there's also another